Formal video introduction, Lily, go! A few days ago, one of the members of my community, Bromo, who is usually here on streams, sent me a thread comparing the character designs from Marvel Rivals to the character designs to, what the fuck was it called? To Marvel Avengers something. It was a live service, but it did not go well.
Don't mess with the amazing spider!
After going through like 2 images of this thread, I had a moment, and by I had a moment, my husband had a moment, and he was like, wait, Lily, hold on. You can talk about this, can't you? Isn't this like your fucking area of expertise? And I was like, oh my god, you're right, this is content. So I want to talk about this with you guys. So I want to talk about the comparison between the designs in Marvel Rivals and the designs in the Avengers game, because while they are almost identical, the designs in Marvel Rivals are, let's just say, punchy, and the designs in the Avengers game are a little bit more like a deflated whoopee cushion. A little bit. Un poquito. It's not to say that they are bad, but mama, they're not good either, Barbara. Like, let's start with our boy. Let's start with 4th of July, man. Like, what is something you guys notice about this at a glance? I just want to see if I'm on the right ballpark, if like my chat can tell also, because you should be able to tell at a glance. One's got a lot more pop. Color! Soulless. No shield. The left one is way more simple. Dorito body. Where's the red? It's so muted. So, the first thing I noticed in a lot of these, like the 3 that I saw before I was stopped, there's like no color in a lot of these. They're incredibly muted. Color, as you guys know, is an important part of character design because it sets tone, but it also sets personality. We all know Captain America as being not the most flamboyant guy, but a hero of justice, represents the land of the glizzy, and definitely someone that has, you know, a lot of personality. He's heroic, he's fun, he's like always a really good guy. And the Avengers one, it fits closer to the one in the movie, but even the one in the movie was a little bit more punchy. The Captain America on the left, the Marvel Rivals one, not only is he incredibly colorful, he's also really stylized. Playing on shapes with characters is super important also, and you'll notice with a lot of superhero characters, this is in general very common with superheroes, they all have Dorito body. Why? Triangles are exciting. We use it a lot for villainous characters, but with superheroes, they also like confer dynamism that a round shape and a square shape would not. You only have a square shape if you have a character that's very like easily angered, stoic, and you have round if you want friend shapes. But if you're using triangles and you're not using it to make villains, it's because you want to convey dynamism and excitement. So the Captain America on the left is very streamlined. He has Dorito body. He's really well put together, really well shaped. And the Captain America on the right is just like, oh, a normal dude in a costume. Halloween, Party City, let's go. But it's Party City without color either, right? The Avengers costume is just not exciting. They tried too hard to make him look like a normal soldier dude and not Captain America. Superheroes need oomph. Superheroes need a lot. They have to. Because superheroes, by design, are larger-than-life figures that can do amazing things. And in this case, the Avengers game completely flopped it. It's so boring, it's so straight, there's no shapes, there's no personality. The Captain America on the left is giving me justice, bald eagle, fireworks daddy. The one on the right is just giving me, oh, it's un soldado. Am I only on the serve that they gave the one on the right knee pads? Yeah, I think that, as chat mentioned, they made it too real instead of trying hard enough to make it superhero. If you're gonna make superheroes, if you guys have ever read comics or seen panels from any superhero comic, the comics were very bright, they were very colorful, and they were very stylized. I think that if you're making shit with superheroes, stylization is your friend, which is something that Marvel Rivals did to great effect. These are the same character, this is the same person, by the way. And just look at how much personality is lost when you drop stylization. This is why, while I don't mind video games with really, really realistic graphics and art style, I prefer stylization. I think it can convey a lot more personality. But yeah, Captain Glizzy missing some oomph. Oh, Daddy Thor! Okay, so first of all, the first thing I noticed is that this already looks like, what, Chris Hemsworth? I think that's the actor. They were trying to make them look like the Avengers in the movie. That's fine, but on the one hand, I see sexy Viking daddy that could crush my head between his thighs, and on the right hand, I think Chris Hemsworth. That's it. It's a nothing burger. Like, the musculature is barely defined. He has no presence. That guy got a fucking T-pose for dominance, and I'm gonna love it. No, that's That's still Captain America? No. Why the fuck does it look like Thor? It's a skin. I mean, it's a different person's skin, clearly. Okay, so that's already a bad thing. If I could not tell the difference between 2 skins and 2 characters, what the fuck were you thinking, Square Enix team? I didn't remember that that was a skin for Captain America in Marvel Rivals, and that's just me, I'm dumb. But like, the second I saw the shield now, I was like, oh right, you guys are right. Something also omnipresent in the comics is iconography. Marvel's Avengers muted the hell out of the iconography. Every big character symbol is just shrunk as much as possible. There's nothing. There's no pop, there's no impact, there's no color. Like, the Marvel Rivals color palette is muted, but it's muted in a way that it highlights other parts of the character. And the Avengers one, it's muted in a way that just washes him out. The shield is on the back. It shouldn't be! It should be visible. It is a core character trait. If you are doing splash art for a game, and you want someone to know what a character's damage is, especially if they have like a signature weapon, mama, show it. Show it. We need to see it. And keep in mind, I know this isn't splash art, this is just like the character selection screen, whatever, but you should still pose them there. Even if it's not like super, like Deadlock actually did it really well. Deadlock had really dynamic poses in their selection screen. Marvel Rivals are a little bit more neutral, but they still convey personality. It's really amazing to see just how a few tweaks can make or break a design. At least for me, as a character designer, this is fascinating. If you look at a character like Clive, right? He's a normal dude, sure, but he's fucking gorgeous. He has a Dorito body and his outfit is tailor-made to make him look sexy. It's bright in some places, muted in others, but in general, it's cohesive enough that you can tell what his damage in the story is without having to look too hard on it. With this, I'm not getting Captain America or even Gladiator Captain America. I'm just getting, you know, muted guy in a Halloween costume. Well, I get what they were trying to go for. I really do. I think that they missed the mark. Like, let's see. Who else was in here? Hopefully I don't get this one wrong. I don't know, Cape Shit. I'm sorry. Daddy versus... What happened? You are giving me a character that is the cockiest, biggest deal hole that also gets the job done in comics, and the right one is just giving... Am I late to the party? That's not Tony. Fuck off. Again, play on shapes, right? Look at this. Look at all the triangles. Look at the size of this dude's chest versus like the Avengers one. The legs, the musculature is defined. The shapes in the suit are fucking tailor-made to frame his body in the most obnoxious way ever, but in a way that works. And the second one's just standing around. Boring. No Dorito body. You have a fucking mechanized suit. First of all, do you guys know how hard those are to draw? There is a cheat sheet for those, and it's use the actual musculature of the human body to shape the suit. I've done this before. And at the same time, though, it's like, it's muted, it's not fun, it's not flashy.
Tony built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Yeah, what the fuck? They're not playing with the silhouette at all in the Avengers one, which is really sad because Tony, to me, you guys know that he's my favorite Marvel superhero. I know that Marvel Rivals is more lighthearted and they tend to like just do like more haha hero shooter like based off the comic books fun time, but like at the same time, I think that a lot of color is lost in general for the Avengers one. Do you have a favorite DC superhero? Mine is the Flash. Gatúbela. Oh, by the way, quick disclaimer, because I know someone's gonna mention this. I know that the Avengers pictures are made off like the fucking character selection screen or like the basic model poses, but they could have posed them way more. Like, look at Tony's pose in Marvel Rival versus the pose in Avengers. Like, there's no personality. He's just standing there. I think I have the video here so I can show you guys the motion of the actual video game, just to show you guys up, so people won't be like, well, it's just static because it's the character selection. Just like, no, I know. But you can tell that they could have posed these and they just chose not to. That, like, you can usually tell when the devs are passionate about a project and when they're not really super passionate about a project, or it must be when they have to, like, do stuff that they might not be super vibey with. I'm not gonna say that they weren't excited about what they were doing, but I don't particularly see the, it's not sticky. Very neutral, very muted, very like, I know that they were probably trying to convey seriousness, but to me it kind of fell flat. Like, nothing on this screen is implying to me that they didn't have the ability to pose them more dynamically. They just chose not to. He looks like he doesn't want to be here. That's Tony. He belongs everywhere. Iron Man and Iron Man. Oh my god. Do you think that they made the character designs weak enough that you could possibly self-insert? No, not even a little bit. I think that they were just trying really, really hard to make it look gritty and realistic and kind of resemble the things in the movies a little bit. But sadly, it kind of fell flat. As someone that likes, oh, hold on, I have to post a thing. Wave, edit this out! I'm posting smut! Suits really underestimate.
I'ma do my own thing.
No, wait! There's something that I have to say about studios that have made games that I've loved. Team Asobi, Nintendo, hell, even like MiHoYo's Endless is a good example. Flashy, fun, colorful visuals will 9 times out of 10 make people more excited to try a game than realistic muted ones. The only time where I have been proven wrong on a game's visual versus my enjoyment of the game is Helldivers, and that's because while the fucking trailers were like realistic and shit, the game's sense of humor carried it. It didn't matter if it was more realistic looking because it was funny as fuck. It's not so much about serious or silly, it's about personality. This Marvel Rivals has a shit ton of personality. The Avengers one just does not, sadly. Okay, so like how come the one on the left is giving Robo Daddy and the one on the right is giving I'm going to the dentist to get new headgear? That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. It's not cocky. It's not like, ooh, fashion. It's not giving wow. It's giving, oh. Okay, like, isn't the point of the suit, guys, to, like, protect him? Why is his face uncovered? Look how small the fucking, engine thing is in his chest is. Like, isn't that, like, a core part of the character? This fucking stupid hole in his chest that they put a fucking nuke into. I don't remember the story. Don't come for my wig. I can't see it. It's not even, it's like, it's melting into it because there's no color. Actually, comic accuracy points to Avengers. Superior Iron Man's face is frequently uncovered, but that's about where the praise ends. I like the Marvel Rivals one better. It's giving daddy. And it's Dorito body. It's just really well stylized. And it's really funny, right? Because I mentioned when I talked about these designs in the first video I made for Marvel Rivals, also content, the lines in all of the superhero outfits streamline the body, add dynamism, and in general draw the eye to where you want them to go. It gives it more volume and it gives it way more interesting stuff to look at, despite the fact that it's a metal suit. And you look at the Avengers one, like, none of the lines shape the body. There's no dynamism there. It just looks like, it looks like a mocap suit. Oh, voy a llorar. How come one of them has shiny piss leggings and the other one looks like a fucking statuesque god? What happened? How is it so shiny but so dull? It looks painted on in a bad way. Oh my god, it doesn't even look like a suit. Oh man, like, oh, that's so sad. Look how low his shoulders are. You wanna know what low shoulders mean? It means a lack of confidence. Tony is like the most confident person I've ever seen in like a fucking superhero media ever. He's an idiot, he's an asshole. That's why I like him. There's no confidence in that stance. He's just there. Sad. Sad monkey. Next. Can we pour one out for Thor? Like, he's wearing jeans. Thor, what happened? What happens? The clothes don't even fit his body right. It's not giving Viking. The one on the left, I wanted to fucking pound me into a mattress. The one on the right makes me sad. There's no daddy here. Mildly inconvenienced father, perhaps. Why is red the only color they choose to saturate in these? And saturate it poorly. If the entirety of your outfit is desaturated and you want to throw in a saturated shade, you'd better not make it red if it's going to be that big of a fucking part of the outfit. Red is a color that can be super distracting if you don't use it right.
We have the boss when you fight it, and then we have the boss when we unlock it as a playable character.
Oh! I'm gonna cry, you're right. Also, am I nuts? Or, is this the same body model for everyone? The shoulder slump is so similar to the shoulder slump in Iron Man. The artist eye spots these things, but I'm not sure, so consider it speculation. I really like the Marvel Rivals Thor. It's a lot, and it should be a lot. Oh my god. Oh, as a fucking, someone that likes fashion and someone that likes character design, oh, the one on the right is giving Party City wig. What happened? What the fuck is that? What am I looking at? We need to delete it bald. Left is Viking, hair of beauty and like a super big shoulders, big power, big stance, and the one on the right is like Game of Thrones, but if it was a porn parody. This is the best week we can find. Also, the outfit is just tragic chat. You want to know something about the Marvel Rivals one? There's color in it! The only color they put in this one was the cape. And ironically enough, Marvel Rivals knew to fucking desaturate that fucking cape because otherwise you would lose Thor's face because his eyes are whited out. If you put the biggest pop of color literally miles away from the focal point of the character, his face, no one's gonna notice that detail. The Marvel Rivals team knew that. I am supposed to be looking at Thor's face, not his dick, Lily. Face! Like, the fucking the shapes of the outfit make me want to look up, but the colors make me want to look down. I'm cross-eyed here. Oh, Wave, can you play me the shitty recorder version of the Jurassic Park theme, please? I will give them this. Props for trying to add a bit more color into this, but this isn't it. This is like when you order it online versus when it comes. I think I mentioned this in the Marvel Rivals video when we were looking at the skin, that like this skin is a lot, but it's a lot that works because thankfully the shapes and the color scheme is stuff that plays very well off each other. I see like barely any contrast in the one on the right because the pants on Marvel Rivals, the black details on Marvel Rivals are way more saturated. So when you're working with a lot of colors in a color scheme, keep your neutrals in mind, because your neutrals can either make or break your design. For example, my design, if you take away the neutrals, the black and white in my outfit, it's nearly monochromatic. I'm working with pink and red. But the black and white I do have in my outfit is very bright because I wanted them to pop. And in Marvel Rivals, that black is very concentrated because they wanted that blue and gold to pop. The one on the right doesn't have that. The play on color saturation there is just kind of gone for the neutrals. The only thing that's saturated is the cape, and the outfit itself gets washed out because of it. There's not enough contrast. And again, like, there's no shape play here either. Like, look at the round details on the cape that make your eye go down the body. This is designed to accentuate the Dorito. And again, the black is very much like it pops, so you can see it easily. That and the triangle designs that draw your eye towards, you know, that fucking Thor dick, it's way more fun to look at than the one on the right because there's actually play on shapes here. It's really amazing how the same outfit can look completely different if you just refuse to play with shapes. When you're designing a character, it's not just about slapping an outfit on a random body and that's it. You have to think about the entire thing, and if you don't think about the entire thing, you're gonna get shit like this. It's the same character, but the execution is wildly different. And so boring. Y le bajaron la saturación a mi niño. This one makes me a little bit less sad because at least the Hulk is still huge, but you wanna know something that they did in Marvel Rivals that they didn't really do in the Avengers game? Their play on shapes is better overall, but they specifically made Hulk's head look more square than it would have originally. Why? The square shape can often represent anger, and also like a very like personality, which the Hulk has when he's like this. But in the Avengers one, he just looks like a real person's head that they like on an actual bigger body. Not to mention, there's no accessories on his pants. It's just broken pants. That might have worked with a superhero comic, like in the old time comics, but now you want to fucking use a unit you're playing with, and you're making it like green that's muted. There's nothing to draw the eye to anything here. It's just kind of boring. And the one up top is like, oh, I'm not fucking with that. Jesus Christ, he's gonna fucking wreck my shit. The color on his skin looks gross. It looks sickly. Green is a tricky color to work with. Too bright and you are going to fucking burn out your retinas, and too dull and you're going to look sick. It's a color that, like, while very represented in nature, when you don't use it for nature things, it can fuck up your entire fucking thing. Green is one of those colors, chat, fun fact, that humans had a really hard time recreating synthetically, believe it or not. And the few attempts we had at green in the old days were made with arsenic, so they fucking poisoned you. This fucking Hulk painted himself fucking Kelly green with said arsenic paint, and now he's dying. Hulk is used in Marvel Rivals to great effect because they knew they had to make it bright. It's supposed to be radioactive, but they can't do radioactive glowing fucking Hulk. No, fuck no, you're gonna burn out your retinas. So they dimmed it down a little bit to a very bright shade of green, but they played with contrast because his pants are really, really dark, and they're super smart, they played with complementaries. His belt is purple. That kind of helps the eye rest a little bit. If there's too much green in your fucking line of sight, look at the belt. That purple is just gonna, oh, okay, that's a pop of color, that's different, it helps me reset. To give some slight credit, the bottom one at least is accurate to the comics and movies. Yeah, like, that's the thing that I've noticed. I think that most of these resemble the costumes in the movies, but even the costumes in the movies had a bit more personality, I feel. The bulge. Yeah, there's also a better bulge in the Marvel Rivals version. It's not the belt, it's his shirt. Oh, right. You're right! Anyway, yeah, Hulk. Not as bad, but still boring. That's the main thing. It's boring. It lacks personality. Instead of, he doesn't look mad. He just looks like he doesn't know how he got here. He's not mad. He's disappointed. That looks even worse. He's blending into the background, and the pants have... Okay, so remember what I said about contrast? There's no contrast here whatsoever. Why are you wearing clown pants? Marvel Rivals understood that, sure, this character is completely desaturated, but we can still give him some pops of colors, and we can still give him some fucking, you know, actual fucking contrast in the pants to show that he's wearing pants. This is like Wave whenever we play 14, but a lot less flamboyant. You know what? Tim Frusk would be a better example of showing something that has like borderline gray skin that has a lot of personality. There is no personality here. Realistic body types. No, I don't want realistic body types. I want Dorito body. But no, he doesn't actually have a tummy. I think he's just slouching. Tim Frusk had no sense of fashion. Sadness. Okay, this one's not that bad. I will give them credit for trying to recreate the outfit This one's more fun, but Jesus, why is the only color you people like to saturate red? Shouldn't green be the brightest thing here? The helmet is so big. I don't mind the helmet. I don't mind the composition of this outfit in general, but the colors are really weak. At least the bottom one freed the nipple. Yeah, like the nipple is free and the outfit isn't that bad, but the color saturation is kind of boring and it lacks personality. That's like the main sin. They've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. I see what you guys were going for, but oh God. Are they allergic to color? The one time you could have used red and have it work. The one time, and you fucking skimped on it. Even though that shade of red doesn't exist in real life, I don't give a rat's ass. Hair dye does. Again, playing with shapes is so important. Like Marvel Rivals did such a great job, not just with her actual figure, but like the outfit draws the eye to her fucking curves. It's so good. And that one on the right is just generic catsuit. And that Black Widow sign on the belt, are you kidding me? That's the size of a fucking ant. What is this? Lipstick for ants? Holy shit, like, that's so tiny. Everything is faded. No personality. The Natasha on the left can fucking sit on me and fucking hit me with that gun and I'll be fine. And the problem nowadays is that we say that with fun is sexier, we get called gooners. No, you know, that word has lost all meaning. I draw not safe for work. I am a gooner. I don't fucking give a rat's ass, all right? From a character designer's perspective, it's better. It's playful, it has personality, it has really great shapes, line work, an actual good action line, and color. I'm a gooner and I'm proud, fuck you. It's the same but quite. First of all, the Natasha for Marvel Rivals in this suit, they gave her ass. And despite the fact that the outfit is solid white, it still has lines that draw the attention to the body, that show off the anatomy, that show off the musculature. It's the same pose, but the vibe is already so much different because of the outfit and the hair. And the second one is just like, oh, we just pulled the brightness all the way up, got it. It's boring, it's so boring. And this time, the hair is the same shade on the Natasha on the left, but it looks brighter anyway. Look, most of the outfits for the Avengers game are super desaturated. The one time that they don't desaturate an outfit, and yeah, it's blinding. I do not know where to look. And with the Marvel Rivals one, I know where I should be looking, her face. I feel like the reason why Western game devs or suits are very sexy phobic is because they somehow think that if they make girls sexy, then gamers are only going to focus on their body instead of focusing on their personality. I disagree. I think that it's an overcorrection because back in the old days, women in video games were just eye candy and that's it. I mean, you guys saw the Prince of Persia cutscene I showed you, right? Now we're overcorrecting. It's not an East versus West thing, because there are Western devs that can make very, very beautiful women as well. It's more of like, we haven't quite found the middle ground between a lady character that's attractive, but not just goombait, and a lady character that's just goombait with no personality. Like, we need to find that middle ground. We're working on it, you know? It's gonna take a hot minute, but we'll get there. Why? Oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm leaving. I want to play Marvel Rivals. What is this? I'm sad. First of all, delete it bald. What did you do to my boy? This sexy mask is gone. Like, ugh. Did, like, the hair not render properly and they decided to go fuck it and leave it bald? Like, holy shit, that's so sad. Also, why doesn't he have bright as fuck gay ass purple? I love the bright purple. It's so good. Contrast is everything. Ugh. If you're not going to make an outfit interesting through texture, do it through color. If you're not going to do it through color, do it through shape. There is none of them there. No shape, no texture, no color. Bland, boring, blobby. Es aburrido, José Antonio. ¿Qué es esto? Where's the muscle? There is no muscle. I am very convinced that they just made a muscle slider for all of these and it's the same dude. Mis ojos, quítalo. No. Si yo tengo que ver estas babosadas, ustedes también, ¿ok? Ok. Si tengo que ver basura, ok, ustedes también. I don't want to be too mean, because I know that the devs probably worked really, really hard on this, but oh my god! This isn't even MCU Hawkeye! The MCU Hawkeye with purple came out after this, and it's actually more boring than Clint's MCU looks. Man, I wanted video games, not depression. Neither did I! I'm trying to be objective and talk from a professional standpoint, because you guys know that I design a lot of characters for shits and giggles and for work. I cannot find anything redeeming in that Hawkeye. When you have that masterpiece of bright fucking purple with like the face mask and the Dorito body and the belt and the great contrast, and then you put that next to him, it's like, wait, play the Jurassic Park music, that's shitty again, please. Oh my god, I'm rubbing my temples like I'm like an annoyed supervillain right now, chat, because I cannot fathom how the same character can look so nothing burger with just such few tweaks. Honest to God, like, it is amazing what a little bit of work on the design will do, chat. Pigeon Eye, I like a Pigeon Eye! Oh my God, my heart is going, I can't take this more. In trying their very best to make the designs for this game look more realistic, they strip the paint of personality. This is just bones. And I can see why this game probably didn't work out. Visuals are 9/10 of the battle, chat, alright? People say like, no, the gameplay's really important, but the first impression you get is through trailers. The first impression you get is through looking at the characters. The first impression you get is visuals. And if those don't stick, you may as well consider this to be a very difficult battle. Not a loss, not a flop, not dead on arrival, but it's gonna be harder to get people's interest. Definitely. Unless the game has a shit ton of personality, which this sadly does not. I'm leaving. Baby! Can you do this for me? He looks like such a fuck boy, and it's just a t-shirt. It's like laser tag vests. Also, gay versus straight. And not like good straight, boring straight. Garlic Toast versus Wonder Bread. I'm gonna fucking cry, chat. Thanks. I'm gonna open this, and I'm gonna summon the husband. This is how you summon the husband. Hold on. I opened my soda. No! Let me have a sip first, God. Are you enjoying this, by the way? Are you liking my suffering? Because he was the one that was like, Lily, this is content. Ah! See what I mean about personality? Peterman on the left is hanging upside down. He's being cute. He's being funny. He's being himself. He's Peter Barker. The one on the right is doing nothing. Nothing! Again, the red, Jesus Christ. Tone it down if the rest of the outfit is gonna be so desaturated. Look, costume-wise, not bad, but the posing really matters. This isn't giving Peter Barker, this is just giving a guy in a costume. It's funny, right? Because, like, if you played the Spider-Man games for PlayStation, despite the fact that his outfit was similar to this, and he was standing around normally when you weren't doing anything, he was also hopping around a little bit, and his outfit had more accents than what this does. Yeah, like, look at the difference. Neutral, boring pose versus he's alert, he's looking around, he's ready for action. He looks like he's about ready to bolt any minute now, and that same action line is lost in the Square Enix game. Hand fist versus hands open. Yeah, you don't get the sense of, like, alertness, I'm ready to go at any time that you get from the PlayStation game, if that makes sense. And same with the Marvel's Rivals one, like, it has black accents, the blue and the red are very saturated. So yeah, conclusion, Peter Parker, you need more. Oh my God, hold on, I need something to muffle my scream into. Why? Why are we allergic to contrast? Why is it shiny? Why is it shiny but boring? God, ugh. It has, like, that stupid lighting that games with fucking realistic graphics like to do because they're terrified of natural light. Holy shit, like, why? Ugh, and finally a different color that isn't like, at least the eyes have a different color that isn't just the same fucking muted as fuck blue. There's no texture other than shiny, there's no contrast, that's like the most muted ass gold I've ever seen. The only thing that has saturation is the red, and it just no. It's giving action figure that your kid spat on. Oh my... El mocomango se fue por el otro tubo! Why? Oh my God, I just... I'm fine. I almost died. It's just like the shadow person in the animes, but like not as funny. Why does it look so sad? Why does the one on the left look like, ooh, Panther Daddy, and the one on the right is like, ooh, Panther Daddy? I'm gonna go become as gods. That's not a king. There's nothing kingly in this. There's nothing superhero in this. He looks like he's wearing a Gimp suit. This is giving Gimp, chat. What the fuck? Gimp Panther, not a sexy one. Look, even though the costume is mostly black on the Marvel Rivals one, they added different shades, well rather, they added different like finishes to the textures of the suit to make like shiny black stripes, and the gold and the musculature is perfect, and his shoulders are huge, and he has feet. The other one is wearing sneakers! Wakanda for never. Sad. Sad. I'm so sad. Please take it away from me. Leave. I don't know how much more of this I can handle. I don't know how much more of this I can... No, wait. Bye. Bye.
On the left, we have something that Lily would beg to be cornered with. On the right, we have someone who tried to make a caveman suit with $2 or less.
It feels like they saw the fur, were terrified to render it, and then they went close enough. I'm going to attempt to be charitable and hope that this is from another comic. It's not a one-to-one design, but like, what the fuck is that? Can I say this might be the worst one yet? This one makes me sad. The one on the left made me feral. The one on the right makes me fucking feral and rage. Oh, that's gross. No. Jesus Christ. That looks like shit. I'm so sad. I'm going to cry. That's it. My fucking notes on this costume were I left. I have left this planet. It's like
My name is not important.
Bucky versus Fucky. And not in a good way. Where's the muscle? Where's the Dorito body? Where's the manliness? This isn't giving male power fantasy. Also, his mask isn't there, and it's so muted it all melds into each other. There's like nothing interesting to look at here. No texture, no color, no shapes. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna cry. That arm looks like it's painted on. It's like a sleeve. Timu Bucky. The hair's the same wig style as Thor's that they did in that one costume. I'm so convinced at this point that they reused assets. Either I am insane or I'm like accidentally racist against white men, but they all had the same face to me. And now I see why the live service one Avengers didn't do so hot. These designs are tragic. I wouldn't say that they're god-awful, but they're sad. Especially if you compare them to Marvel Rivals. What the fuck is that? All of the fun playing with shapes, silhouettes, line work, action lines, color and texture and personality that Marvel Rivals did was completely like sucked out in the Avengers one. Like, holy, there was nothing. Nothing. Marvel Rivals did a great job. Realistic does not need to mean personality-less. There's no personality here. It's man holding gun. It's so boring, I'm sorry. I can see why this game didn't really make it very far. I haven't seen gameplay, but again, visuals are like 9/10 of the battle for shit like this. First impressions really matter, and it's not good, mama. Like with Marvel Rivals, I noticed the art style immediately, and I liked it. It made me curious, and I'm not a big fan of superhero stuff, usually, mind you. So yeah, like, I can see what happened here. Despite the fact that we had good source material, we threw that personality out the window, mama. And this is from Marvel Rivals News. If you guys want to go check the thread out for yourselves, give them a shout out because, like, dear God, you're doing the Lord's work. This was an incredibly interesting look into both games and why one of them works and one of them doesn't. And for this YouTube video, that's about it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys thought. Did you guys actually like some of the more realistic designs? Like, I could see some potential, but personally, just not it, Chief. I think that Marvel Rivals definitely did it much better. But again, tell me what you think. I like hearing it. Let's fucking play some Marvel Rivals before my brain pops out of my eye sockets. Yeah, just kill me. Just keep me alive, Daddy. What the fuck is that? Oh. I am the tank. You're right. I am supposed to kill people. What if the game had friendly fire? Oh, my entire team would be dead. I'm a fucking menace. .com.org. Back shots! Am I like the only one here?